At 8 and 10, West Coast are 2 games outside the 8, but a win today means the gap becomes only 1, and they have a much better percentage than a few of the teams above them, Collingwood and Essendon included, and they did play some of their best football of the 2014 season when they beat the Crows in Adelaide last week, and great to see that man there, Dean Cox, Jared, back in after a nasty knock.
Yeah, concussed in controversial circumstances a couple of weeks ago, but he's back. He is another tall added to this group, and as you can see, they're going in with plenty of them. Maybe it'll be an issue if it becomes a running game. But Cox is in, and Sheed is also back, and he was dropped, but LeCras is a late omission, so a major out for the West Coast Eagles. Well, I think it was instructive last week against the Crows. They've got to catch and kill at the tall forwards. If you throw Kennedy and Darling together and they play well together, then they're just about home. Throw in Cox and Nat Nui, get them back into their goal-kicking form of 2012, and that's a major issue. It's also about the quality, and we're going to keep a watch on their quality players. Shannon Hearn and Shuey, they're ball winners and they're ball distributors. They really do connect well with the forward line in their wins, and that's what needs to happen for them today.
Yeah, and I think the final key is the one we saw last week. Clearly the difference between Port Adelaide and Collingwood was the pressure that Collingwood were able to put on the Port players. They created the turnovers, they created the fumbles, they created doubt in the minds of their opponents, and if they bring the same sort of pressure today, I've got no doubt that that would be enough to get Collingwood the points. Of course, it's easier said than done, and the battle for the 8 has never been hotter. It's West Coast and Collingwood, and we've got the first bounce coming your way right after the break.
Our analysts will look into those shortly, but let's get into the action. The last game of this round 20 is underway, and what a challenge for both West Coast and Collingwood. There's a free kick straight away, and it's going to Natanui. Chips it straight out to Gaff. Here's another. It's going to be interesting to see how Collingwood handle him. Got off the loose last week and had 31 as they dominated against the Adelaide Crows.
Well, good defence already by Collingwood, making Gaff force the ball down to a contest.
Keefe with a big slap away. Brown got involved. The Eagles continue to flow. Hearn. Oh, what a start it would be. Almost for Kennedy. Frost was there to clean it up. For Solo. Another injury-troubled year, but he's back there now playing in defence. Reid climbed high. Well done, Schofield. Had his measure. Pendlebury for Elliott. Tried to bust out of there, but there wasn't a lot of room for him. Sidebottom finds a way out. Ambitious kick under the circumstances. Back through defence, but no damage done. Pies bring it away. Tuvey takes it out to the wing. Schofield this time countering White. Did it well. Through some high contact. The umpire didn't see it, but no problems for the Eagles. Marston back into the middle. Shuey with the collect. And the dart of a pass.
Well, they've got the game on their own terms at the moment, Jason. They're working the ball inside the corridor really well. The pressure that we talked about from Collingwood last week against Port Adelaide, non-existent at the present time. The Eagles off to an absolute fly.
It's been all in one half so far, hasn't it? Scott Lysette, a young man who's in demand, yet to re-sign with the Eagles, 21 years of age. Just kicked the 1 goal last week, 6 goals, 3 for the season. In his 9th game, drifts a little, but it's a goal, and you can see what it means to the Eagles already.
A man of not much experience, but he was very impressive last week.
Goldsack heads along the wing. Witts and Cox are there. Reid in the shove and the push as well. Comes down for Pendlebury. You can see claimed quickly by Hutchings. Then Kennedy off a brilliant game in the VFL to force his way back in with 38 touches.
Well, Shannon Hearn's just running his own race. Broomhead just went to the ball, so clearly there's no hard tag on Shannon Hearn. He's going to have a field day this afternoon unless that changes.
It's surprising. Marston works it back for Shuey.
Down the middle once again.
Trusted his left boot. Got it in there quickly. Gets all the way through to Lysette. Oh, he kept them guessing. Even himself, I don't think he was completely sure, but it worked out well. He got the shot away. Again, it's Josh Hill, who didn't kick a goal last week, but did lay some good pressure. Oh, this should be a lay-down Nazaire for Natanui. And why did he play on? I don't know, but he gets the result anyway.
Have a look at the third eye shot. And then he plays on, and he's got Collingwood players everywhere. Oh, that's a terrific bird's eye view of his ability to get the ball onto the foot just before the goal line. It would have been a regulation set shot from 6 or 7 metres out, 45-degree angle. Made it a lot more difficult than it had to be, but exciting stuff. It allows time for the opposition to close in. But somehow got a free kick out of this.
It was against Dwyer. The kick goes to full forward. Frost will try and spoil. Kennedy got a piece of it. Free kick, I reckon it's to West Coast. Fresh from 5 goals last week. Josh Kennedy Puts it through. What a start for West Coast.
It's a factor, is the heat factor an issue at the moment, do you think, David?
No, I don't think so. I just think the West Coast are playing a smarter brand of football.
Touch.
The decision-making coming forward, spot on.
Sorry, Kingy. It's touched off the boot. The nail goes short.
That's gone 4 metres.
Yeah,
That kick.
Hutchings. Brown. Tosses it up to the square.
Downfield.
It's catastrophic. It's a goal anyway.
And West Coast fans will be starting to salivate. They've got a really good draw coming home. If they can knock this one off, they're a genuine chance to make a major fling at the finals.
Cradling it in the jumper.
Jared Witts. That's not a great kick.
But yeah, the use of the footy hutto is a real issue at the moment. We've seen some pretty ordinary ball use going both ways at this stage.
Lycett had a second crack at it. Shuey, caught high by side bottom. And that will frustrate Collingwood, but well done. The man with the footy was Luke Shuey.
Let off the chain, and he does hurt you.
7 disposals, and now a goal for Luke Shuey.
Adam Simpson, he'd be absolutely thrilled. They've backed it up. He's looking for consistency, and they've produced again after a great win last week.
Already had 6 scores from stoppages. 2 goals for. There could be more coming here. Hearn advancing. Kennedy hits it hard. He was nudged by Frost. Free kick. And it could have been 50 as well. Kennedy comes in. Already with 1 goal. Now with 2 and completes an outstanding opening turn by the West Coast Eagles. Their sights will be on September if they can triumph today over Collingwood. They've kicked 6 goals, 5 in a dynamic opening term at Patterson Stadium. With the breeze, they've fully utilised it, and they lead by 28 points. Nick Natanui taking on Jesse White. Interesting to start this second quarter. He got the tap. Dynamic style for the Eagles. Shuey let the traffic pass and now moves it on with the assistance of Hutchings, who finds Gaff. Fasolo didn't give away the free. He recovered nicely, got
Great
the
work
handball.
for Fasolo.
Moving a side bottom. And now Elliott for the Pies to get one early, and they've been able to take it. Broomhead's 3rd goal in AFL footy. Beams has started to get his hands on the ball in this quarter, which means things can change, but again, they've handed it straight back. Aaron handball from Fasolo. Marston pumps it. Darling in good shape to mark. Very nearly did. Desperate lunge to try and stop him, but he's got it through to Cripps, and now Lycett, and the Eagles answer in impressive style.
Well, in AFL footy, you have to punish mistakes. It's all about risk and reward in this business, but it shouldn't come down to an interception of a handball. Alex Fasolo gets the ball. It gets fed back to him. That should be the launch of a goal attack. So you can see they're pushing Witts deeper and Cloak up towards the stoppage.
Gaff made the great escape, kicks it back to the wing. Frost and Kennedy. Crowd thought it should have been a free. It's an even better result, perhaps, if Lycett can get himself onto it. He overran it and perhaps got a little bit of an opportunity again. Pressure on Keefe. He responds with the handball. Frost quick enough, but sadly for him, his kick wasn't good enough. Out of bounds on the full.
A smaller forward line. I notice they push Pendlebury down there at the moment. Reed's now the deepest forward. Pendlebury second deepest, trying to just make them think a little bit.
Oh, Goldsack got collected, but look at the powerful running of Shuey.
Good chase from Marley Williams.
Just denied them for a minute, didn't they?
He played on. Oh, he took a step forward and feigned a hand pass.
So again, it's Cripps. .48 metres. That'll do. It's another goal for West Coast.
A bit fluky, Jace. It's probably worth 1 to 2 goals, but really this is a contested footy game, let's be honest. You win the clearances, territories dictating terms.
Williams has to rush it out of there. It went straight to McCaffrey, but got the cruelest of bounces. Natanui approaches the footy and did it so well with outstanding determination. And Shuey barges his way through. Now Natanui breaking. No advantage.
You think Josh Kennedy would have marked that 99 times out of 100.
A few pies slipping over. Hutchings, Pritis, little hand in there, did Broomhead, but it still gets to Marston. And that was express delivery on the chest of Darling. Jack Darling's only had a couple of touches in this quarter. Oh, he's judged the breeze to perfection. And the Eagles have all the answers at the moment. Didn't want to go to him one-on-one. A couple of short options. Eventually, he settles on White. McKenzie. Pokes off the ground at the moment. Dangerous handball for Marston. He did well to keep it in safe hands. McGovern just keeping's off at the moment. Schofield a bit more positive. Got a little bit of luck as Pendlebury slapped it back to him. Lumumba wasn't going to let anyone stand in his way. Charging through. Pendlebury to his right. He drives it long to full forward instead. And good defensive stuff from Hearn.
But unfortunately, the other midfielders coming through weren't able to pinpoint him. This is a bloke they need firing. At the end of the day, he's the big high-priced forward that hasn't delivered so far, and I think he needs some help. Maybe, as you said, push him up onto the half-forward line, get him out of that goal square, because McKenzie's got the closing pace that is enabling him to spoil.
And that's really worrying, Cloak. I mean, he thought he had that one, and McKenzie's speed was brilliant.
Priddis was outstanding, got the release for Gaff, and now Darling.
Next goal so vital. 11 points would be the margin if they can sneak back. You take that if you're Collingwood after the debacle of the first quarter.
Williams, and they click into gear in 25 seconds for another. McCaffer, what was on offer? It's Williams again.
Great chase.
Was by Cripps. He is express speed. Suddenly it's in West Coast hands, although it might go back the other way. Armstrong crunching in on young Sheed. Priddis stretches it for Gaff. They were coming and he knew it.
It's a totally different Collingwood right now. That midfield pressure has stripped Eagles of the ball once again. Put their skipper under enormous pressure.
Tough ask.
That's good stuff, though, isn't it, as we head to half-time. Sidebottom had 13 disposals in that quarter. Beams 12, Pendlebury 10. So their superstars have lifted. They needed to. West Coast still very much thinking about a finals opportunity. Lead Collingwood by 17 at half-time, but don't go anywhere as round 20 comes to a close.